Hey everyone, this week I turned on the TV to see what I thought was a trailer for a new upcoming Roland Emmerich movie, but instead it turned out that Los Angeles was on fire. Now huge swathes of it look like that other Los Angeles movie, the one with Snake Plissken in it, except now I think about it, there's a scene in that one where Kurt Russell goes surfing with Peter Fonda, and the water would have probably helped a lot in this situation, and at the very least fictional characters wouldn't have been able to make the situation worse, unlike the current mayor or governor. What certainly didn't help was hiring a fire chief based on their pronouns rather than firefighting ability or management expertise. There's an ominous NPR article from 2 years ago which accuses the LA Fire Service of being, quote, mostly white, and excitedly discusses a new program to replace the management and culture. The last 2 years also saw the city cut the firefighting budget by $20 million, lay off all the firefighters that didn't participate in the COVID jab, then they spent loads of money painting fire hydrants in diverse rainbow colours, diverted water away from the city as part of an environmental scheme, opted to sell what water remained to the highest agricultural bidder, also whilst at the same time opting to not build any more water retention infrastructure, like pipes, all due to, quote, environmental concerns. Then you compound it with changes to insurance regulations that cause companies to simply quit the state, leaving tens of thousands of people uninsured against fire. And it would maybe be okay if there was still enough equipment left to deal with it all, except that they sent a load of hardware and money to Ukraine instead, and then spent a lot of time and money investigating how to convert the fire trucks over to electric fire trucks. Oh, and also the water pumps that keep the fire hydrants pressure topped up were turned off during all this, because some idiot in charge thought they should cut the electricity to prevent electrical fires from breaking out. Maybe at this point I should lighten the mood with a joke I heard down the pub. What's the most common type of tree in Los Angeles? The answer is ash. It's almost as if things would have been okay if they'd promoted people based on competence and expertise, like they used to, rather than DEI, which, as it turns out, is an anagram of die, which lots of people now are, dead. And it's only now with over $100 billion in damages that even the Hollywood types are left thinking that the city should maybe have spent a bit more time focusing on how to fight fires and less time trying to fight toxic masculinity, whatever it is these days. It wouldn't be surprising if someone on a six-figure salary at City Hall accused the fire itself of being somehow racist, or saying it would have never happened if Kamala had won the election. And I say Hollywood, but perhaps they'll change that sign to say Firewood, although with any luck it's probably old enough that it's got asbestos in it, so it should probably be okay. I'm also waiting for the second genuinely hilarious part of the story to come out, when the Red Carpet Brigade in Beverly Hills discovered that it's going to take years and years to even begin to rebuild their houses due to the Kafkaesque bureaucracy and permitting system in California. They all voted for it, mind, and that's before you even begin to get to the part where you attempt to hire a building contractor to rebuild those houses and discover that there's a years-long backlog, and that those firms also can't easily hire additional people to help because they have to comply with strict gender and diversity laws in the city, when it comes to employing people. I've often quite said that things really have to get a lot worse before they start to get better, but this may well be the inflection point where California decides to head back in the other sensible direction. Until last week, there was genuine talk about Governor Newsom running for president in 4 years' time and potentially winning the White House, but this morning I read an article suggesting that the state's more likely to flip back to Republican, which it hasn't been in decades, largely because the people there have finally had enough of this rubbish now that it impacts them personally. It all reminds me of an interaction I saw where someone said, quote, if you abolish taxes, there won't be any money for the government to spend. And a few people had replied, yes, that's the whole point. Anyway, see you next week, I guess. If you like these, click subscribe.